Yo, 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 what's going on out there, fight? What is your boy Money back with another fam? And we talking boxing on this Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to everybody out there. If you celebrate Juneteenth, you understand what I'm saying? If you celebrate Juneteenth, happy Juneteenth. We did a little celebration. Feel me? Little food, little food, little this, little that, little razzle dazzle. Y'all smash that like and y'all come in, bro. Smash that like and y'all come in. Big T, what's going down? I said, what's cracking money? What it do? One love from your boy Big T. What's going down, Big T? Appreciate your green team. You feel me? I appreciate your green team. I'm gonna have to do something for the green team, man. I'm gonna have to get y'all something, bro. I'm gonna have to get y'all something, bro. Ain't too many, so I can do something for every last green team that's been rocking out with me. That I've been seeing being green team. You know what I'm saying? Autograph shirt or some shit. Grab something from a green team and let you know I appreciate you. Y'all smash that like button. Smash that like, smash that like. Let's talk about this Errol Spence and this Terence Crawford promotion that's been going on. And it's been good promotions on both sides. But I feel like Errol Spence gives you more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Errol Spence, once he asks a question, he answered that question all the way out. I think Crawford kind of give you a 5-word sentence and he done with that shit. He moving on to the next. You know what I'm saying? Got my brother Omega in the building, another green team. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many rocking but my green team in the building. You feel me? Ain't too many rocking but my green team in the building. Big T coming through showing love, that $10 super stick. I appreciate you, champ. Much love, much appreciated, bro. But yeah, we're gonna talk about EJ and Terence Crawford and how Errol Spence been getting the best of the promo. But Terence Crawford, he been talking this little talk, and you can tell why they chose New York for the last city because they going on a nice little press tour. Oh, y'all might think them gunshots because St. Louis is a crazy fucking city. But I promise they fireworks right now. Light skin business, what's going down? Appreciate you, Big T. Appreciate you. Crawford beat Spence. If that's what you think, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You feel me? Inside that ring is a different thing. But outside on the curve, you know the word. Don't cry if Spence lose. Why would I cry, bro? Why would I cry? If Spence lose, you best believe he gonna lose going 100. And if he lose going 100, then guess what? That's all you can expect from him. And then guess what you do? You get Crawford his just doing his credit. He a bad boy. You feel me? Come on now, bro. We ain't no suckers around this bitch. We ain't no suckers around this bitch. We don't go buckles around this bitch. We go hard. We in that yard. Chopping on top of the top on the board. Yeah, we ain't never no suckers now, bro. Yeah, we ain't never no suckers now. To where we can't give a man his just due. You feel me, Big T? To where we can't give a man his just due. If that man deserve it, he deserve it. If he deserve it, he deserve it. And that's the word, G. Give my man his credit and get the fuck on. But what you gonna do if EJ win, bro? Cause you come here a little radical. What you gonna do if EJ win? Will you be back in the chat? Will you be back in the chat? Huh? Or will you be making excuses? Y'all, I was telling other people what not to do. What you go do? If EJ go in there and walk Bud ass from the left to the right, from the right to the left, boom, boom, jabbing his ass, boom, body shotting his ass, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, bro. What do you want to do? Gonna be the same one running around here making up excuses and shit. You might be the first one to make up an excuse. Blame PBC and now Heyman. You gonna blame PBC and now Heyman? They robbed Terence Crawford, man. Errol Spence don't want to give him a rematch, man. You know how y'all be, man. Be the first one to tell somebody not to say something. Be the first one crying, bro. Know you, what's going down? Gay Love, what's going down, Queen? How you doing, love? Big T say, hell no, he ain't coming back. Hell no, he ain't. Gonna be on one of them Terence Boy Crawford channels, crying his eyes out. Man, Errol Spence was hitting low, man. Only thing Crawford had to do was this and that and that and this. First one to drop a tear. EBT Sports, what's going down? What's going down, young homie? What's going down, bro? Say, what's good, money? I definitely got Spence, man. Yes, sir. Look, I ain't mad at nobody who picking Bud to win the fight, bro. Like, I'm not telling you or persuading you who to fight or who to pick. All I'm saying is, if you go talk shit, you want to run your mouth, you want some gangsters outside your mother. Gerardo, what's going down? Just make sure you be here when Errol Spence become the new undisputed welterweight world champion. You feel me? And new in the 4-belt era. Hell yeah, Brother One. Spence gonna fry that Bud up. They gonna smoke that shit afterwards. He ain't gonna be smoking, but they go have somebody smoking that shit. He go tone him now. He damn sure go tone him. And then, like I say, I'm gonna see what all these Bud fanatics and faggots got to say then. But Errol Spence has been getting the better of the press run. Like I say, Terence Crawford has been doing a good job. I will give him that. He has been doing a good job, you know, of fulfilling his obligations. Because we know when these were top ranking with Bobby Earn say the boy didn't want to fulfill his obligations. But now he like, shit, the biggest fight of my career, Errol Spence, big money, let me go get it. Let me go get it. You feel me? So now the boy, he talking this little talk, holding his ground. He talking this talk, holding his ground. But it just shows the difference though when Errol Spence do the interview and from Terence Crawford do the interview. Just from my expertise, right? And me just watching from afar and just paying attention to what's going on. Like I said, I feel like when Errol Spence is asked the question, he give you, a full, thorough answer. I just feel like Terence Crawford he's subtle with everything. Like, straight to the point, you know, like I said, 5-word sentence and that's that. The interview will be like, well damn shit, we asked all the goddamn questions in, 5 minutes. I mean, can't go here with him, can't go there with him because that nigga in serious mode right now. But with Earl, Earl just relaxed, laugh with the dude. You know what I mean? And it just shows you why, just in my opinion, once again, before y'all start throwing temper tantrums and shit like that, why Errol Spence fan base is bigger than Terence Crawford and why Errol Spence do the numbers he do. Crawford can only win by KO/TKO. Earl is the more superior boxer. Bud cannot outbox him. Earl wins via KO or 12-round brutal decision. Okay, no, y'all got you. They going to be depressed when he gets fired up. Earl the biggest, says y'all. Yeah, man. Say Bud don't answer no question. It's always an excuse or he changes the subject. Those are weak traits. Yeah, bro. It'd be like it's like I say this all the time, like the reporters got to be careful with what they ask them. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't ask them a question and think you go and expect, a thorough answer, like you say, without him flipping the script on him and shit. But he got the right to answer the way he want to answer though. Hold on. Yo, Court. Okay. All right, bro. All right, love you, bro. Yeah, we got the rest of the boom, boom, boom family, bound down. Leaving out from Juneteenth. Good food. Nice little this, nice little that, nice little razzle dazzle. But yeah, you feel me? The interviews, they got to be a little on their P's and Q's and what they feel like they can ask Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just two different vibes, just in my opinion. You know what I mean? But I do sense hungriness in Terence Crawford. I will say that. Terence Crawford is hungry. He hungry. But so is that motherfucking big fish. You feel me? So is the big fish. I think he hungrier. So the fight gonna live up to the hype. That's for damn sure. The fight gonna live up to the hype. Errol Spence has been doing something smart through this press conference as well. And I hate to have to put this out there, but I'm gonna tell y'all what he's been doing that's been smart through this press conference. And it always worked for him. It always worked for him, bro. And that's how I know that he be having the edge mentally, just in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just in my opinion. Jay Smith, what's going down? John said once Earl becomes a shark, it's over. Big whooping. Facts. Bud leg movement is showing signs of decline. No legs, impaired athleticism, leads to immaculate stoppage and beautiful violence. Pretty one say he does have the right to answer the question the way he chooses. Problem is they never ask him a question and hold him to a real answer. I'm gonna tell you why though. Key, what's going down, bro? What's going down, champ? Now the reason why they don't try to hold him to what he say is because they interviewing him, bro. You feel me? And once you interviewing his ass, you don't want to fuck the interview up, right? The more cool, calm, collective you keep the guests, the longer you keep them. So they don't want to like they pushing or shit like that. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You can only, like I say, answer the way you answer and leave it at that. It'll be up to us to, take it and, you know, dissect the habit, however we look at the shit or put our own meaning to it or what we thought he said. We gonna do that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Take what somebody said, put your own meaning on that motherfucker and keep it moving. You know? But still in all, with the answer that's been given with him and Errol Spence, Errol Spence's answer has been way more thorough. You know? So that's probably why they do that type of shit. I'm gonna drop this link too. Yosh, what's going down, Queen? We be on the pass lane. Nigga don't flip. Tap on the side. Hit him. Flip. But yeah. This fight is most definitely gonna live up to the hype. If you don't know, now you know. You know. I get it. I guess that's why everyone calls him a weirdo because he don't answer the question. I think he is delusional at times with his responses, but that's just me. I'm not gonna call him a weirdo. I ain't gonna call him delusional. I will say he contradict himself a lot. I will say that. You feel me? I will say Crawford do he contradict himself a lot. Once again, in my opinion, to the ones that's gonna be pissed off about that. You know what I mean? Like I can tell that Crawford sit up with Bernie and the way Bernie talk, that's the way Crawford be responding. Come on now, bud. Come on, bud. You know what you did, man. You know you accomplished this. You know you accomplished that. That turkey ain't did nothing, right? When that turkey fought Kell Brook, he was broken, But the man said when he fought Bud, he felt good, and the man was on a 3-fight win streak, and I Bernie get to talking, and Bud eat that shit up, and when Bud get in front of the camera, they're like, "Hey, Bud, what you achieve?" And then Bud gets speaking that shit, and all I can hear is that goddamn Bernie and Bomac. Like that's just me. I don't hear Bud saying, some of the shit he be saying because I heard Bernie and Bomac say that shit. You know, and I just be hearing contradiction. Like Crawford said, everybody picked him to lose against Mean Machine. Now that kind of fucked me up. That kind of fucked me up. When Crawford said everybody picked him to lose against Mean Machine, I say, now Crawford, come on, bro. You know goddamn well ain't nobody pick your ass to lose to no damn mean machine. You feel me? Ain't nobody pick you to lose to no mean machine, bro. If anything, you supposed to put him out earlier than what you put him out. You feel me? You supposed to put him out a lot earlier than what you put him out, bro. Yeah, it's talking points be theirs, bro. Crawford ain't no goddamn talker like that for real. But that's why the fight gonna be just as good though, because he hungry. And I give him respect for that. I do sense eagerness. I do sense hungriness. I don't see somebody that's just he ain't just talking. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just talking like he'll go in there and try to do his 1-2. Then he gonna try to do his 1-2. But Earl gonna do a 3 and a 4 on his ass. But he gonna try to do his 1-2 and Earl gonna do a 3 and a 4 on his ass. Yeah, I know some people that pick Gamboa to beat Bud as well. You know what I'm saying? I know some people who picked him to beat him as well. You feel me? But back then though, Gamboa was undefeated. Like Gamboa was a little problem, bro. Gamboa was a little problem. Then what people don't understand is Gamboa and Crawford knew each other. They sparred. They sparred. You know what I'm saying? So they knew each other. See, that's the difference. Bud to act like nothing Earl do affects him, but he just talking. Dude just talking. You feel me? Dude just talking. And that's why I say Earl keep it real. Because even when Earl do the interviews, he tell you. He even told Crawford, yeah, I know it ain't going to be easy, but I'm willing to go there, boy. I'm willing to go there. And I'm willing to take what you got to get what I want. And we going to see if Bud is willing to take what EJ got to try to get what he want. You're right. And Earl going to shut all that movement down. I don't think Bud can sustain that body attack from Spence. No one's goes to the body like Spence. Yeah, nobody, bro. Nobody. All right, Keith. Spence different defensively while going inside too. Yeah, Earl Spence got better defense. Man, we got the OG in the building, man. OG, what it do? OG, what it do? Say what it do, King. Salute. Earl is the real one. Earl is a real one. Yes, sir, bro. Like Earl, even on $1 million worth of game. You know, he say, it ain't gonna be easy. I know that boy a dog. I know he come to hunt, but I'm gonna shake his ass. And man, it's gonna be a good ass fight though, bro. But just in the press conference, Errol Spence has been giving us better. He's been giving us better content. Let me say that. You feel me? And then you got cats out here that's been, oh man, Terence Crawford 3-0 in every press conference they had, and Like, bro, come on, man, stop it, stop it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say, okay, Bud has been giving me more, but you just sit up here and make it as if Errol Spence not doing nothing. Like, bro, y'all acting like Terence Crawford. Shit, like my man say, Crawford said, what Errol Spence do, don't nothing worries him. Like, you mean to tell me you look at Errol Spence and you're not worried about nothing? The way he break motherfucker faces and rib cages and okay, be that naive. Be that naive and sleep on Spence. Like Agent Bronner said, yeah, Bud gonna find out soon. JV was going down. Bud gonna find out a little sooner than what he think. That counter punching from Bud might get him lit up. I believe that trying to counter will get him caught, and it would be a problem. Hard work and T23 say facts. They discredit their own vision. Facts. They discredit their own vision. But yeah, though, let him sleep on Errol Spence and Errol Spence's skill set. But I'm telling you, once you get into that ring, he'll be in that motherfucker thinking like, how the fuck is he steady getting this shit off? Yeah, it was, JB. You know what I'm saying? It was, bro. Shaka Zulu, what's up, bro? You feel me? But that boy Earl, though, man, he coming to work. He coming to work, bro. That's just his style, brother one. That's his style. Earl telling you, man, listen. The boy tell you, if me getting thrown out of the car and this goddamn concrete didn't break me, ain't no man punches gonna break him, bro. Mac talking about excuses. Ain't nobody making no excuses. Mac can't even keep that same energy when he was at that press conference. You feel me? Bo should have kept that same energy that he had anytime they stick a camera in his face and ask him about Errol Spence. I got you, brother one. I got you. Yep. But yeah, he should have kept that same energy when you talk about Errol Spence. Oh, he can't do this. Oh, he's only that. Oh, he's only this. Oh, he's only that. He flat-footed. He Frankenstein. You know what I'm saying? We go whoop his motherfucking ass. We go do this and we go do that. Keep the same energy, bro. You should have kept that same energy, bro. Key was going down, bro.
Oh man, just listening to the cook.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the cook.
That's talking about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford on that that press run and how we was talking about a little earlier, how that boy be so subtle with his words and how Errol Spence come out. You know what I'm saying? And you give people a whole goddamn he paint a picture of almost shit and let you see some shit.
Like my thing with Bud, man, it's like every interview that he do, like he gotta use the whole segment of that interview to try to make it look like he King Kong and Errol Spence ain't really done nothing in his career. Like he do that shit every interview, and it's like, man, you that insecure about what you've done in your career, you that insecure about yourself. Like I see through that shit. Cause when you see EJ do an interview, You know what I'm saying? He giving Bud all the props in the world. A
Right.
lot of people might say that he giving him too much props.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bud is the opposite. He wants to like Bud put on a facade like man, and I know exactly why he do it because he's used to being the end all be all in Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Like he even said it in one interview, like he been that guy in Omaha, Nebraska ever since he was a teenager, ever since he was
Right.
young. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't
Right.
been nothing but him. So his
That is
whole life,
go ahead.
so his whole life since he was a youngin, you know what I'm saying? He's used to everybody kissing his ass. Bud Crawford this, Bud Crawford that, Bud Crawford this, Bud Crawford that. That's another reason why he don't want to move from Omaha. Now, I like him staying to his roots or whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's a big reason why he wants to stay in Omaha. Why he don't move? Because he like that. You know what I'm saying? He loved that love that he get in
Yeah.
everybody attention, everybody kissing his ass. So when he don't get that, like he feels out of place. Like that shit pisses him off because he just feel entitled. He feels like everybody's supposed to kiss his ass 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? And it drives him crazy that it's another man in the division that people saying, oh man, you know, it's gonna be a 50-50 fight if y'all fight. You know, he might beat you. I don't know, man. He don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's used to being that dude.
Right. Hey,
And
bud,
that's why
who you is in the background, man? But you with that word ass shit, I ain't getting on. You ain't getting on. All right.
And so that's why he, you know what I'm saying, he conducts his interview like that because he jealous, man. Deep down inside, he's jealous of how what people say about Errol Spence and how he's perceived. You know what I'm saying? He jealous. And when he do an interview, that's his time to, oh man, he ain't, you know what I'm saying, he ain't this and man, he all right, but man, I didn't did this and I didn't did that and I'm this and I'm that and I'm that. EJ ain't gotta do all that. He keep it 100. He like, man, I know this gonna be a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? I know what he is. I know what's in front of me. And, you know, I'm building my mind basically to train, you know what I'm saying, like he's a monster.
Facts.
And I can keep it real about that. You know, I don't have to do interviews and bash this man and tell everybody that, oh man, you know, I don't got nowhere in the world, man. Shit, it's bro, it's you can just see the difference. You know what I'm saying? You can just see the difference between them two.
Facts, Key. Kareem,
What's going on?
what's going down?
Same old thing, another night.
You want to get your talking points? Hey, bud, I don't know who you is, man, but you look like a motherfucking troll. So, what's going down, Kareem? Though? What's your thought? You been listening to Key spill and me cook the spill?
Yeah, man, and it's tough for me being a boxing fan and having to listen to this guy, man. I get to the point now where I just turn them interviews off when he's on. It's like this dude is really uh, he's playing a role. He's playing a role. He knows what he's doing. He's not being honest. He's not giving an honest conversation. And these goddamn people that's interviewing him is letting him slide, slip and slide. The only time I like these interviewers is when they actually say, you know, when they actually throw it up in his face about his career. This dude said that he had better competition or better competition other than rather than Spence's at like the 135 and the 140 division. Like, how can you compare those guys that you fought saying that they're champions and that means you're better than Spence or your career or your record is better than Spence? Man, that pisses me off so bad to hear him say that, knowing that that's a bunch of bullshit. Like, whatever you did at 140 and 135, you shouldn't even be bringing it up in no conversation, not whatsoever. 147, yeah, cool. You want to say you knocked out all those dudes? Yeah, fine and dandy. That's where you should be standing at now. Not nothing about you being an undisputed at a lower weight division. You came up to 147 and didn't want to do nothing. You got one belt at 147 and said, "This is all I'm going to do. I'm going to wait on that guy over there, so like I can challenge him then," because that's what it feels like. It felt like you knew that this guy had an opportunity to get those belts because they was all in-house fights, and you decided that you was going to sit around and wait and just keep calling on this dude. This is similar to what they was doing with Manny Pacquiao and goddamn Mayweather, with all that promotion. Manny Pacquiao's the greatest in the world, and all this other weird shit. You ain't. I can't even see how this guy thinks he's pound for pound at the 147 division compared to Errol Spence. He downplays Danny Garcia. He downplays Ugas. Why don't you go fight those dudes, man? We would have loved to have seen you fight those dudes. Keith Thurman's still sitting around in the corner in a rocking chair somewhere in the corner. You could have had fought him also. This guy makes me mad when I see him talking and saying all that dumb shit over the last few years with going out and fighting David Avenesian. There wasn't no reason for you to go out and fight that dude. And for all those lying ass fans of his talking about he needed to make some money, he's in the rental market. He has properties for rent. He's making money outside of boxing. So all that he needed to go make some money for what he made, shit, he could have sat around and took a vacation, considering that, there was reports out there stating that he only made $2 million. Like, man, this guy pisses me off with all these goddamn... I'm going to say that they're lies because he knows better. I'm not going to say that he's misleading people. I'm going to say he's straight out lying to people because he knows the truth. Just like with all that blue blood shit. I was watching all that stuff go down. I've been a fan of his for a long time. But once that happened, you can't call me your family and have me arguing on your site with all these other guys in defense of whatever it is that you're pushing, and then you go and flip-flop. You knew that you had a whole bunch of things going on. You should have let us in on it, and then it would have been a little better.
I'm saying this though, Kareem. No doubt. You put your bill down, and I got you on that point, and I agree with everything you're saying. You ain't said nothing wrong, bro. Nothing wrong at all. But I'm gonna put you on the back now because we gonna pull somebody up, then we gonna put y'all in the back. But me and Key gonna stay up for a minute.
Okay, no problem.
I appreciate you. Yeah, Kareem ain't said nothing wrong. I'm rocking with everything that he was saying, bro. You feel me? But I just look at it to the point, like what Key was saying, some of the shit he be doing on our man just be a facade, bro, because he know he got to play a role because he got somebody else now that's sharing the spotlight. And now you got somebody that's really big in the spotlight, Key. You know what I'm saying? Because Errol Spence is big in the spotlight. So I guess, like you say, once they asking them questions about Errol Spence, that shit eat at his soul, bro. It kind of eat at his soul and shit. But like, you can get this man that's just doing his credit and still build your platform bigger than what it is, bud, without the hating shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Key, even when he got to Danny Garcia, Danny ain't did this and Danny ain't did that. But Danny wanted to fight your ass, but y'all ain't paid Danny enough money to fight. You feel me? So even like I say, Key, this is how I feel. Even with Mikey and Danny, I don't know if he stopped those two. I feel like they both give his ass a good run for his money. And a lot of people sleep on that was a good ass Mikey Garcia. It was just the fact that Errol Spence was just better that day.
Yeah, I mean, and people are always trying to run with them. Man, Mikey Garcia, he was 135 pounder. Mikey Garcia was a champion at 140. He had beat the shit out of Lipinus when Lipinus was the champion in his prime. People they don't never talk about that. Mikey Garcia beat he fought AB. AB is a big dude.
Damn right, AB. Robert Easton.
Yeah. So let's stop trying to people want to act like that Mikey Garcia only had fought at 135. No, he was a champion at 140. And then another thing, right? And I'm gonna do a video about this shit too. So I ain't gonna get all the way into it. I'm gonna just say a little bit about it. Bernie and everybody else, they try to act like that. PDC, right? They groomed Errol Spence to fight Mikey Garcia. Like that was the setup all the time. That was the play that Errol Spence was behind the scene, right? Basically waiting to fight Mikey Garcia the whole time. Errol Spence wasn't thinking about no motherfucking Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia kept calling EJ out. He kept calling him out. Okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? Bet. At the time, Sean Porter was making excuses, talking about that, you know what I'm saying, making excuses. He didn't want to fight EJ at the time. So then it wasn't really nothing else for him to do. So he's like, fuck it, let's make the Mikey Garcia fight. It ended up being a huge fight.
That was the first big fight of his career too, for us on that pay-per-view level.
Yeah, it was the first. But EJ, he already did 15,000 in the Dallas Cowboy training facility. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah,
So people talking about yeah. So and then you got these idiots out here talking about, oh man, he wouldn't have sold nothing if it wasn't for Mikey Garcia. That's bullshit. Mikey Garcia ain't never where Mikey Garcia ever did 15,000 at. Where Mikey Garcia ever sold out arena like that? He hadn't. So and so Errol Spence, he proved that to be a lie, and they still want to hold on to that because he continued to do big numbers after Mikey Garcia. But they want to tell you that it was all because of Mikey Garcia.
Say something, Trey.
Oh, what's going on, brother?
What's going on?
Nothing, man. Just sitting here. We all just in for the wait. You know, I had a couple thoughts that crossed my mind. I wanted to express them to you, see what you thought.
Okay, you go ahead and get him off, champ.
So it's basically, I'm just starting to like, since we got so much time on our hands, I'm just kind of like going back through these records and looking at some of these past fights.
We don't got so much time on our hands, my G.
Oh no, I'm just saying like we got time to like do stuff. Like we waiting, so there's a lot of content and stuff like that's what I mean. But one fight in particular I was looking at that's talked about a lot, and that's the Gamboa fight. And there's a couple of things that I noticed in that Gamboa fight. I just wanted to run them by you real quick. People might not really be aware. When there's a couple of like major things. One, Gamboa wasn't even ranked that high when Terence Crawford fought him. Two, Gamboa is the one that called Terence Crawford out. Terence Crawford wasn't even looking for Gamboa. Three, Gamboa that was only like his second or third fight at 135. He was new to the division. Four, it was a complete mismatch. If you get a chance, Monty, go look at that fight. So people try to say that Gamboa, and I've even heard Terence say that Gamboa was one of his toughest fights. Go look at that fight. That is one of his easiest fights. That was a complete mismatch. And that's why he washed Gamboa and knocked him down 4 times and knocked him out. People don't even talk about that. It can't never be your toughest fight when you dominate somebody the way he dominated Gamboa. Gamboa, the only thing
Gamboa had his moments in that fight, though.
He had his moments, yeah. But I mean, a decent quick fighter with that type of speed and athleticism is going to have moments. But that don't mean that it was a tough fight. He washed him. He beat the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like thinking like that, you know, some of the stuff. And that's really, I mean, I would go back and pick apart every fight, you know what I'm saying, if I had the time. But that was just one that I looked at. You know, it's like that was one of Terrence's easiest fights on his resume, and it's pressed up there and it gets praised as being one of his hardest. So I just, you know, like people like you, like, you know, if you got time, go look at that. That was a complete mismatch. Gamboa was nowhere near ready to be fighting no Terence Crawford. And also, that was Gamboa's peak. And if that was his peak and that was the performance he put on, I tell you, Gamboa really wasn't that good anyway. He was only 23-0. Mm-hmm. So that's all I wanted to draw real quick. I'm just, like I said, I'm just going back and just looking at some of these past fights.
I feel you on that on simple factor. I remember me and Key was talking, and Key went down Gamboa resume like, shit, who the fuck did he beat? Remember Key? Like, shit, who the fuck has he fought? So I feel you on that note. I just feel like I thought Gamboa did have, you know, he had success in the fight. If you watch it though, you feel like it was one of his easy fights. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you that it wasn't. You know what I mean? But I thought he gave moments, and then Terence Crawford turned the tides on him when he switched southpaw, started beating his ass. Though. But once he started, he did start beating his ass.
Yeah, they both got caught up in that exchange, and that exchange that when people say that Terence got hurt, they basically you know, they were punching with each other at the time, and then just in that one exchange, Gamboa happened to get a shot in that wobble Terence Crawford. But in that same exchange, Terence rocked Gamboa too, and it wasn't too much longer after that until Terence Crawford knocked him down for the first time. So. Yeah. And then after that was a complete wash. So this punch that was so hard, allegedly, that people been talking about for all of these years, Gamboa got washed completely after that. It's kind of like that shot that Errol took from Ugas, and then he just completely just finished him and destroyed him after that. It's kind of like the same thing. But anyway, brother, I'm gonna let you get to the next call. Just jump in there, listening to the show, bro. Hope all is well with you all day, brother. All right.
No, I mean, like I was saying, Money, when me and you was talking about it, right? Gamboa's best win on his resume was Orlando Salido. We went through his whole resume, and Salido already had, 12, 13 losses at that point in time.
Yep.
So Gamboa was he got his name off of coming in the game, getting with 50 Cent. They was hyping him up because he was a real good amateur. The
Facts.
professional level, he never did nothing on the professional level.
Facts.
Everybody good that he ever stepped up and fought, he lost to him.
Yep.
That's a fact. So, but as far as Crawford, it's like if he don't name Gamboa, who else he gonna name? He named Gamboa and Kavalauskas.
And Kavalauskas.
You know what I'm saying? And then he always talk about Ricky Burns. Bro, I watched a lot of Ricky Burns fights. Ricky Burns was a domestic level UK fighter that became a champion. Ricky Burns was never that guy like that. He was never like, why are you talking about Ricky Burns?
The UK try to big him up. Cause Sandra, I see you, Queen. Lori, what's going on, Queen? My boy YB, what's going on? The UK try to big him up.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Oh man, when I went over there and beat Ricky, but man, everybody was trying to get that fight. Remember, AB was trying to get that Ricky Burns fight bad.
Yeah, that's a fact, Key.
Like stop with the bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's another thing why he's always trying to make himself look like he's just so mighty and above everybody else that's in the division. Because when you go look at it, you don't really even got to go that far to see, like, man, he ain't really fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? Throughout 135 to 135, all the way to 147. Like I said, probably the toughest fighter that I say that he ever fought, probably at the time, was Victor Postal. I think that Victor Postal probably, you know what I'm saying, but besides Sean Porter. But I wouldn't say Gamboa because Gamboa never did shit. I wouldn't say Aegis Kavalauskas because Aegis Kavalauskas, he lost to Ray Robinson, got his ass beat by Ray Robinson, you know what I'm saying, right before he fought Bud. And then after he fought Bud, Virgil Ortiz beat the shit out of him worse than Bud did. And these are facts. So I would have to say Victor Postal, you know what I'm saying? That was a hell of a fight. Victor Postal was on that level at that point in time. But if you go back and you watch how he fought Victor Postal, motherfucker he was using his legs against. It was a chess match, and he wasn't in there banging with Victor Postal like that. He was using his boxing skills and staying away from Victor Postal and fighting on the outside. And people got it screwed up because they think that Bud still fight like that, and he don't fight like that no more.
Yeah, but that's down too. Even when he fight like that, Key, it ain't like he the most sharpest. You know what I'm saying? Because his ass got caught on that shit, and then he'll go out there and he'll start trying to fight. But Key, something you said though, like when you said they were trying to get on Mikey because Mikey was at 135, Terence Crawford come from 135. I point that out all the time. Right? I'm like, y'all doing all this shit. Oh, Bud 3 division, former undisputed. Mikey was a 4 division champion. A 4 division champion. And came up to 47. Okay. Terence Crawford, let's just say, I feel like Mikey, just me, Key, you probably think I'm crazy. Everybody else probably like Mikey, you tripping. I think if you put Mikey up against Bud, Porter, and Danny, right? I think he give all them problems, bro. Now, I'm not just going to say he beat them all, but I think he give all them problems. I don't think it'd be an EJ. I don't think it'd be a wash like Errol Spence. I really do think Mikey Garcia get them all them. Danny, Crawford, Sean Porter. I think his style give all them dudes problems. You know what I'm saying? So I just hate that Errol got him in his ass. They try to discredit him because what happened after Jesse Vargas ain't no slouch. Like Jesse Vargas is not no slouch. If you don't come on your shit, Jesse will get your ass. You gonna have a long fucking night. Mikey went in there and beat Jesse Vargas, and I just don't think it was the best Mikey Garcia going into the. Just my opinion, right? And I think his mama passed away. I don't know if it was after Jesse or before. I think it was after, but you know. My condolences to his mama. But after his mama passed, Mikey went on a whole big ass drinking binge where AB blew up in weight, all type of shit. You feel me?
Yeah, man. And you got to think, man, when you lose like Mikey Gar, because you got to understand, man, your confidence in boxing, that's everything. You know what I'm saying? And when you think that you that guy and can't nobody touch you, because Mikey really thought that before he fought before he fought Errol Spence because when nobody fucking with Mikey. Man,
Uh-huh.
all them dudes, man, he was watching all them dudes, beating the fuck out of them, right?
Facts.
And then Errol Spence, he broke him, man. He beat him up and he broke his confidence. You know what I'm saying? His mental.
Yeah.
And Mikey was trying to make excuses and do all type of shit, and you know what I'm saying? He couldn't figure out why the fuck he just went in there and lost 12 straight rounds to this man when he thought that he was, you know what I'm saying, just basic and he could whoop him. And I think that broke his confidence. And after that, Mikey was never the same, man. He was never the same. You could see it. He wasn't the same fighter after that. But as far as if that version of Mikey Garcia, right, that fought Errol Spence, that before he fought Errol Spence, if he had a fought Bud and all of them, I mean, he might have would have been able to beat some of them. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't say that he would beat Bud, but I don't think Bud would have been able to stop him. I don't think none of them dudes would have been able to stop Mikey Garcia. Mikey was tough, man. Like you ain't never even seen really Mikey down like that. So how the fuck can you say, oh man, but such and such would have stopped him? He was tough and he knew how to survive. And he's an elite A+ level fighter at the time. He know how to survive.
Facts, bro. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say Earl just go out there and beat him now. Oh, Mikey was too small. All right, so if Mikey too small, Terence Crawford too small.
Right.
If Mikey too small, Terence Crawford too small.
And Gamboa would have never beat. I know a lot of people. Oh man, he supposed to be fighting Gamboa. Gamboa would have never beat Mikey Garcia. He would never, nowhere near on the level in the professional ranks as Mikey Garcia.
Never, bro.
Never. And his resume showed that.
Oh, facts. So looking at the fight, Key, how do the fight play out to you, bro?
The fight play out to me, man, honestly, because like I spoke to you about this. Like I've said that Terence Crawford got his best chance, jumping on Errol Spence early out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like how he came off that stool in the 9th round against Sean Porter when they told him he was down.
Uh-huh.
That's how he need to come out when the bell rings, right? Now he come out like that against Errol Spence off the gate. Errol Spence, he been out the ring 16 months. He catch him, cold. He got a chance. You know what I'm saying? He got a chance. Catch him because you never know how a fight gonna go because any fighter can get caught cold right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? You got that long ass ring walk, you got all that shit, and you ain't really settled in yet. That's his best chance to do that. Now, do I think that he's going to do that? No, because we don't really see him come out the gate like that. He don't come out the gate. He like to try to take his time and download and all of that. So I think he's going to try to come out, take his time, be timid, download, and he ain't going to be able to do that against Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence going to have that pressure on him, and it's going to be a pretty back and forth, even bout, you know what I'm saying? But I think both of them going to be playing it safe into about the 5th round. And when the fight break out, when Errol Spence start really pressing him, you know what I'm talking about? Going to the body, putting him on the ropes, using that pressure on him, getting in, you know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, by the 5th or 6th round, he gonna start, feeling himself and getting warmed up, because he had been off 16 months. He gonna start getting warmed up. He gonna start getting his timing with them 8-ounce gloves on and everything. And when that happens, bro, I see in the late rounds Bud trying to survive. Also, I see that I see the jab playing a big factor. You know what I'm saying? I see Errol Spence's jab playing a big factor, and I see him shutting, not even swelling it. I see him shutting Terence Crawford's eye. And Terence Crawford, we never seen him have to try to fight through adversity like that. And I think that a lot of things gonna get exposed in Terence Crawford. Now he is gonna fight. He gonna try to fight back, and he gonna try to make it a dog fight. But that's gonna be the worst thing he can do, because once he finds out that Errol Spence can take his punch, you know what I'm saying? Once he finds out that Errol Spence can take his punch, that's when you're gonna see Terence Crawford's true character come out in that facade that he be trying to put on, like he's Superman and he not worried about anything. I think that's when he's gonna get exposed, and it's gonna happen in the later rounds. Round by like 8-9 rounds. that's when he gonna get exposed.
Do you think?
And I see EJ. I see EJ. Man, I can see EJ stopping him late, just overwhelming him with activity and breaking his body down. Just breaking his motherfucking eye socket. Real talk with that jab, breaking him down, and I see him stopping him late or just beating him. You know what I'm saying? On the scorecards comfortably. If he don't stop him, I see him beating him like I say like 8-4.
Okay. Okay. Very, very, very well thorough breakdown from my brother, man. We got my other two brothers in the building. AD was going down. Let me see the shout out to Trey Hampton, man. Appreciate that love and the super chat, my dog. Salute to you as well, big dog. Appreciate you. Zulu, what's going down? My brother Rick. Rick, what's going down, big dog?
Ain't nothing, man. What's up, Pod? And what's up with you, Monty? Big step in the building. What's happening, boy? What's up, E? What's up with you, Key?
Ricky, what's happening with it?
Cooler, man. Cooler, man. Everything's everything, man. Make sure y'all get over there to Everything Boxing, man. He got a raffle, bro, for tickets to the fight, man. Don't sleep on the boy, man. Make sure y'all go over there and support.
For real. Y'all really want to be at that fight front row, man. $100 buy-in. Hey, if you got $100 to take a chance, take a chance. Straight
man, up. Key, hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. This fight ain't what everybody. I watched Terence Crawford all last night, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Like, what everybody else talking about it, that's not it, bro. Terence Crawford. If you go look at Terence Crawford's fights, bro, all he did, he outdogged the dudes he fight. Go watch Mean Machine. Go watch Avenesian. Go watch Sean Porter. Go watch all his fights at welterweight. All this moving and stuff. Terence Crawford standing right in front of them guys, just like everybody else.
Facts.
What Terence Crawford, especially, I think, as crazy as this may seem, right? I think the Avenesian, not the Avenesian fight, the Mean Machine fight, right? What he did, because hey, y'all keep trying to play like this man is defensive wizard or a genius or he jabbing, moving. Bud get hit a lot. Bud gets hit a lot. A lot. Mean Machine was rocking his ish on this is go watch. I ain't got a lot. Go watch the fight. Man. Go watch the fight. Right? What Bud does, he sit there and he say, okay, I could take this shot, and then he stands in front and he stands in front and he outdogs those guys because all he did was start walking forward on Avenesian, and Avenesian gassed out, right? And when he saw Avenesian start gassing out, he start what Terence Crawford's real talent is he has decent recovery and stamina. Those are his two real gifts. All this him adjusting and that it's not that. I'm telling y'all. It's not that. Errol about to run through this dude. Woo. Errol gonna run like Errol about to run through this dude. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And y'all ain't got Monty, they ain't gotta believe me, bro. They don't have to believe me, but I'm telling y'all, go. Ugas is a basic version of Bud Crawford.
I believe you.
Mm-hmm. Ugas is a very basic version of Bud Crawford.
I've been watching him a lot too, Ricky, and I see a lot of what you're saying. I was telling Money this off break. We're not telling you a lot of this, Money.
Tell me, you showed me, bro. But let me let AD get her, give us perspective, and then I'm gonna talk about that. Then I'm gonna come back to y'all boy. AD, what's going down?
What up, though? What up, though, Monty? What up, though, panel? I said, wholeheartedly, I believe it's gonna be a one-sided ass whooping. I believe that's what I believe it's gonna be. There's no way that Crawford. I don't think Crawford gonna be able to hurt Earl. Earl had been hit. I went back and watched some of his old fights when he was just starting up, and he fought that African guy. And the African
Errol Crawford.
Earl, yeah. I don't mess with Crawford. I went back and watched some of Earl old fights. I'm not done yet.
Talking about Jamachoki. YB. You went to fight Jamachoki, YB.
Yeah,
Lotte. His name was Lotte.
he rocked Earl. He had Earl hurt, and Earl survived that. And that guy was huge, man. That guy was way bigger than Crawford. Probably hit way harder. I think it's gonna be a one-sided ass kicking, just like Earl said. And if you look at D-Town Boxing just did something with Bomac. And Bomac was on there stuttering. I ain't never heard Bomac talk like that before. Bomac was scared, stuttering, everything, you know. So I think Terence Crawford just came to get his good payday right off to the sunset. Bernie the Boxer gonna be the only. He gonna be really sick because Bernie's supposed to be putting up his house and plus this little 10,000 that's in his savings account. So
he ain't gonna put up shit.
And Monty,
what's going down, chap? Go ahead, Rick.
And Monty, I peeped the other day too watching this fight. Bomac not really the trainer. That Mexican dude is the trainer.
Red.
Yeah.
Saul.
The Mexican dude, right? The one that was sitting.
Red is
right.
the other heavy set.
He the trainer. Like Bomac don't even be talking in the corner with Bud. It be the Mexican dude talking to Bud.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch it. I'm telling y'all, I watch Bud, and y'all and Monty know I don't even like watching Bud like that. Right. I don't even like. I watched Bud all day yesterday on Father's Day. All I watched was Bud Crawford fight. Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all, man, like this make-believe stuff, they talking about the adjustments and the footwork and all that. That shit don't exist. Mm-hmm. It's not. I'm telling y'all, they lying for Bud, bro. It's not that. Get off of here when Monty done and go watch his fights. They all on YouTube. Top Rank got all of them ran up right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm Top Rank. Keon was telling me about that, right? Keon like Monty. I'm like, shit, he don't use his leg. Keon like Monty. The dude get touched. Man, Keon watch we watched the Jeff Horn fight. We watched the Kavalauskas fight, and we watched the Benavidez fight. Can you remember? And Keon showed me that boy getting touched up in every fight. And I'm like, God damn. I'm like, bro, you not lying. Shit. Benavidez was neck to neck until he got knocked out. He was neck. I'm talking, Benavidez was on one leg, landing on Terence Crawford ass, bro. Touching him, bro. Touched him. Kavalauskas was touching him, dropped him. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, Rick, it's that he got the stamina to outlast them, and he'll catch them boys with a nice shot with a good counter bound, but they be already gassed out and shit, and he'll do his job. He finish them off, right? But when you look at Errol Spence, a motherfucker that's built for them later rounds and that's built for it tough, and like he say, if you hit Earl, you can't hurt him, boy. Oh, I'm telling you. Earl said it himself. He say, I know it. Like, I want to get hit bound. Like, okay, they hit me. I'm like, shit. Okay, I need to tighten my shit up, get a little tighter. But boy, if you hit me and I don't feel it, boy, you finna go through hell and hot water. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, he want to break your ass mentally, physically, and spiritually. Like that's that boy that's his mindset. He said, I want to break him. You know what I'm saying? I want to break him. I want to take his soul away from him, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he said, it ain't gonna be hard like Toby, right? I say, damn, that boy Earl would say that boy will be like Kunta Kinte and they broke him down. I say, Earl talking this shit right now, bro.
Legend, ain't nobody sleeping on Crawford. Y'all hyping Crawford up, bro. Look, man. If I don't like a fighter or not, when I watch him fight, I'm gonna give him his just due. Mm-hmm. If he nice, he nice. What I'm saying is this: if it's another level that Terence Crawford got, I ain't seen it. All this stuff they talking about, the adjustments and the footwork and the defense, that don't exist. That's a lie. The fights tell you that, my bro. Go watch the fights. I'm not making nothing up. Go watch the fights is all I'm saying. And he getting touched by dudes that are smaller than him. Mm-hmm. They're smaller than him.
And they always say this too, Rick. They'd be like, oh, well, Bud, he used to fighting the big. Listen, Earl Spence is a different big dude, bro. Like, he's just not physically bigger than him. He's like I say, he can hug your ass and cover you up type shit. Like, he's more masculine, but it's not. A1, what's going down, my brother? I'll see you in the building, chap. You know, it's not like it's this big muscle ass bound motherfucker. Nah, bro, it's like the size wise, body mass wise, like Bud know he in for it. Like, but like my brother Keith said earlier, he played this little weak ass shit to where it's like he feel like if he give credit, he's giving in. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't give him no credit. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that he this that. You know, he's a good fighter, but you know when you say it ain't nothing that you worried about, like okay, you're not worried about nothing Errol Spence bring to the table. Okay, let's see if your ass really that naive July 29th when that bell go ding ding. Let's see if you're really that naive in the ring. And like Keith say, it's gonna be more than your motherfucking eye closed up. Your ass gonna be closed up. Cause Errol gonna fuck you up badly, bro. And he really, like Errol Spence said, like he wanna fuck his homeboys up worse. So just imagine what he wanna do to Terence Crawford, bro. Like he really wanna prove a point on that dude. He really wanna prove a point that we on two different levels, bro. If they saying you this, that, and all that shit, let's see what they say I am after I prove them wrong and I fold your ass up out here, bro. Because Errol coming to make a statement, and that's the wrong Errol Spence you want to piss off, bro. It's the one that's ready to prove something, but knowing that everything is at stake, and Bud gonna have to show us that he is what he is. You have to show us that shit. Hey, want to say salute to the panel, except Uncle Fester from Fresh Prince in a blue shirt. Danny Garcia escaped with his eye. Look, they talking about Garcia. Listen, Danny Garcia was one of the top motherfucking welterweights when Errol Spence fought him coming back off a car crash, like he said. Every motherfucker was saying, Errol, don't do it. Oh, man, Errol, he punched you hard. Errol Spence ain't the same. Now, that's the nigga who can come out and that motherfucker and say that people was down him. Because Terence Crawford talking about people pick Mean Machine to beat him. Stop it, man. Who the fuck picked Mean Machine to beat you, boy? Who? Show us one channel, one motherfucker that was on her, that was a superstar, that's a Hall of Fame fighter that said, oh, we picked Mean Machine to beat Terence Crawford. Show us who, when, where, on what planet. Come on now. We seen Sugar Ray Leonard say he picked Mikey to beat Errol Spence because he's Mikey. Yeah, because he's Mikey, because Mikey was that damn good. He really was. That's why Bud said, if you want to fight me, come to 47. And Mikey wanted to fight at 40. You feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, it's just like July 29th, he's going to have to prove to us that he can do all that shit. And I'm right with you, Rick. I'm going to go watch some of these Bud fights tonight. But it's like I watched them, bro. Like I watched them. Then, like I say, when man Keon sat down and watched that shit and just pinpointed shit out to me, bro, I'm like, man, you ain't fucking lying, bro. You ain't lying, which I seen the fight, but I thought, I'm like, man, Bud was doing this and Bud, and then I'm looking at this man touch this boy on one fucking leg. Benavidez on one leg until the 10th, 11th, and the 12th is when Bud started really doing his thing, but that boy was touching his ass up, bro.
Once he gassed out.
Yep.
Once he gassed it, look, man, he a good little fighter, man. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, like he a good little fighter. It's different, man.
And when we watched Bud fight the I've been sneezing, right? I remember me and Gina was watching it, right? And I'm not saying nothing. I'm just watching it. I'm not saying nothing, right? She watching, we watching it. And I think it was like the last round or the round before.
Uh-huh.
She stood up, she like, Errol Spence gonna kill this dude. She was like, this what y'all talking about? Errol Spence gonna kill this dude. He was getting touched up by I've been sneezing, and it's like, bro, you letting this dude put you on the ropes and you in the high guard. And I know a lot of people would just say, oh man, he carrying him. But I've seen Bud do that type of shit in too many fights. Now, one thing I can't say for Bud Crawford, right? When he want to turn it up and go to another level, he does do that, right? And against the opponents that he does it against, he's very dangerous. But that's a different level of opponent that he's doing those things against, because now you're in the ring with another guy that's not going to get tired, right? He in as good a shape as you are or better. And when you want to act like, okay, well, now it's time to turn up, he right there with you.
That's right.
Like Sean Porter, when you turned up on Sean Porter, that nigga was slobbering at the mouth because he was dead tired already. You know what I'm saying? When so you just got to look at who he's doing these things against. I remember when I used to ball all the time, right? I'm hella athletic, real fast and shit, and I get on the court with somebody that's really not as fast, I'm blowing by him every time. You can't hold me, you can't go. I'm blowing by you every time. I'm using you. But now when I get on the court with another motherfucker that's on that, you know what I'm saying, that's hella athletic and fast like that, he nullified a lot of shit that I was doing. And that's the same thing that's gonna happen with Bud Crawford, and he's gonna realize that. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna realize that in the heat of the moment, like, oh shit. Now when he realized that, and he ain't never had to do that before. See, EJ been through the fire. He's had to do that before. When Bud realized that on the biggest stage in all of boxing, how is he gonna react to that? You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're gonna really find out. How's he gonna react to that?
I want to ask Rick and AD this because Key, you kind of allude to it. Rick, why do you think it's so hard for Bud to really give Errol his just due on the mic? Now I know they fit a fight coming up, right? And some people like to say it's mental warfare games and all that shit. But why do you think it's so hard for him really to give Errol Spence his just due when he tried to downplay shit that Errol did? When he, you know what I'm saying, the best wins on his shit is the people that Errol fought, but he downplayed Errol Spence shit.
I just think that's a character flaw. You know what I mean? If I could simplify it, I could say it's some hoe shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that he just one of them dudes. It's like I said, man. I look at it like this. If I could use an example, right? Like me, if I'm talking shit to you, let's say on this panel, right, and I had beef with somebody, right, or on YouTube or whatever, right. And let's say I went to Vegas and I saw that person. My energy gonna still be the same. What's up, ho nigga? You see what I'm saying? My shit still gonna be the same. Like I just think, like, if you look at the way they talk and the people he have around him, right? I think they just them type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? You know how cliques usually dudes usually click up with dudes that's like them. You know what I'm saying? Same with females. They click up with people that's like them. Look at how his cliques move, bro. All of them the same on some, like, you know, snake type shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about you when we're away from you, but then we in your face, especially if they think you a threat. You know what I mean? Like, I got to go off what the man showed me, because before, when he knew them dudes ain't had shit for him, he be talking boss shit to him, right? You better stop. You better stop before you don't make it to your fight. All this other shit, right? You know what I'm saying? He be talking boss shit, and to me, how I look at it now, especially like with Bo Mac and him, right? Y'all be right there on stage. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say, but y'all super respectful. Y'all energy kind of different. You know what I'm saying? But soon as y'all get off cameras, oh, we gonna whoop this boy's ass. Just wait. Fuck him, fuck his coach, all this other shit. Soon as y'all get off camera, right? Or get off stage. So I just think they one of them dudes, man. I just like just that weird energy, man. Like, y'all call it what y'all want, but I just think they whole click like that, to be honest. But that's my opinion. I might be wrong.
He that nigga on belly for real, huh, Rick?
Yeah, man. Like,
I was gonna say,
it's just some weird ass energy, man. Like, I mean, I understand this world we live in now and all that shit like that, man. But if I got something to say to you, I'm gonna say it to you. If I feel a certain way about it, I'm gonna say it. It don't matter if you there. Like, to me personally, it's like, it's just weird. It's weird. It's like they had an agreement in a contract of shit, you know, for Bud, like, don't be talking shit while we on stage or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feel like to me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just think, man, he just one of them dudes, man. Like, he just one of them dudes. I mean,
I feel you.
Hey,
I got some questions. Hey, one say, hey, dude in the blue look like a PE teacher talking about you, AD, and the principal at the same time. Definitely got to be Tiger Woods' uncle or work at Best Buy part-time. So he giving you a compliment. And look like you.
No, that ain't no compliment. Tell him hop on the panel.
And you look like a PE teacher. I mean, a PE teacher ain't nothing but a gym teacher and the principal. Ain't nothing too good.
Yeah, I ain't tripping on him. I'm just, you know.
Yeah.
But
that's A1 cracking jokes and shit.
Yeah, I ain't tripping. I just think that, you know, I think his whole team is jealous of Errol Spence's success. I think they know that Errol Spence have that it factor that he could get casual people like myself to watch boxing. I haven't watched boxing since Mike Tyson. And to start watching it again when I just clicked on YouTube one day and saw one of Errol Spence fights and went on from there. You know what I'm saying? I knew about Terence Crawford just like I knew about Floyd Mayweather. A lot of my homeboys used to tell me to watch Floyd Mayweather. I'm not watching that guy. You know, to me, Floyd ain't got that it factor. You know, to me, you know what I'm saying? He might have that it factor to somebody else and a lot of other people, but to me, you know, it was Errol Spence, and it was so ironic because I got two daughters. And when I got off into watching Errol Spence, I finally had my son. So I think Crawford just mad that, you know, Spence got a huge fan base, and then he collecting the casual fans such as myself.
No doubt, AD. I got you on that one. Naughty, what's going down, bro?
What's up, money? What's up? What's up with y'all? What's up, Ricky? What's up, ETB? What's up? I don't know your name in the blue. What's up with
Hey,
y'all?
What's happening with it?
Man, so I've been doing my studying, man, and I've been watching a lot of Crawford fights, and you know, I've been on Errol since he was man for a long time. But one thing I seen today, man, is crazy because it took me to watch the Kaviaskis fight to see something that the more knowledge you gain in boxing, the more you go back and watch fights, you see more and more and more. But one thing I seen that was a common thread with Bud fights, I agree with Ricky, man. This whole magical footwork and adjustment thing, that is a myth. What is happening is well, no, so everybody say he fights lesser competition, but it's the dynamic of lesser competition that allows him to make his attributes look the way that they appear to certain people, his fans, basically. Because what I realized today when I watched the Kabiaskis fight, the Sean Porter fight, the Avanesian fight is all he doing is turning up. He goes southpaw and then he turn up, right? And of course we all know he changes punch speed and all that. He can get a little quicker and a little meaner, but all he doing is fighting one trick ponies. By the time Kell Brook got to him, all he had was that jab. By the time Sean Porter got to him, all he had was his footwork to leap on in and all that. Avanesian had a right hand uh and Mean Machine had a right hand. When he turned up, all he did was take their best attribute away and win the fight. Now, when he fight Errol, what he gonna realize is you in there with another man that got a bunch of different plan A through Z with a bunch of different things that he can go to, from the jab to the body work to the pin framing to the working his way inside to, you know what I'm saying? There's so many different things that man can do that when you try to turn up on him, I heard somebody say this earlier. He ain't gonna do nothing but match your intensity, because he wants this fight more than Bud Crawford. He gave up the money to show. Him boy just said in the interview the other day, he was on his deathbed asking about Terence Crawford, man. And the whole time, Terence Crawford been saying he don't need to fight, he don't care, and all of that. And it took for Errol to give him 50-50 for him to take the fight. But all I really wanted to slam home was the fact that I see through what they trying to make him out as. All he do is take the best thing that the other guy does away and then turn up. He gets the timing of the jab, like the timing of the Mean Machine right hand, the timing of Avanesian right hand, Sean Porter's timing of when he leaping in. You know what I'm saying? And when he take one thing away, they didn't have nothing else. Man, Errol gonna beat that boy. Man, I just hope he don't hurt him too bad because he got all them sons, man.
Man, I like everything you said, bro. I like everything you said, fam.
I believe Earl gonna hurt him because Earl listen and hear everything. You gotta realize Earl been listening to this Bernie the Boxer. He been listening to Bomac. He been listening to Terence. He been listening to Terence Crawford's sister. He's gonna take all that energy and bust Bud face clean the fuck over.
Oh, and the last thing I'm gonna say is this. Now y'all know when EJ fight people, they shell up, right? The people who didn't come in there to survive, the Sean Porters, the Ugases, and the Kell Brook, the people that fought back, he ended up breaking bones on them. No, he didn't break Sean Porter bones, but if I can stand corrected, I believe Sean Porter had hip surgery after they fight. So the people that necessarily stood there and went to bat with him walked away and landed in the hospital, man.
And he still broke Sean Porter because if you watch Sean Porter, the fight he had after he fought Spence, he looked terrible. So he still broke him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this too though. I like what Errol Spence doing through the press conference too when he got Bud and Grin as well is fighting. You know what I'm saying? Earl put that out there. Yeah, you know what? We gonna get the people something. You know, one of the most exciting fights. So you know what I'm saying? It gonna come down to let Terence Crawford know. Yeah, we go fight, motherfucker. And Terence Crawford has been following suit along with. Yeah, we go fight. You know what I'm saying? So that you know, let's go follow Errol Spence favor. You stand your ass there and fight. And I just think like Bud is that type that you can get him to try to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? He said, you know, when I get hit, you know, I want to get my lick back, and you know I'm gonna make him do this, and I'm gonna make him do. All right, we gonna see. Like and Earl is the type of fighter that once you say that shit, he put it in your ass and make you got to stand on that shit. All right, once you get to the ring, prove that shit like you did with Kell Brook. All right, don't run. Right, stand in the middle of the ring then. Don't run. You know what I'm saying? You got Terence Bud Crawford on that same type of level. You know what I mean? I think Bud gonna get in there and he gonna get a look comfortable and he gonna start trying to prove himself. And that's what that motherfucker, that straight and that jab will get the tag in this motherfucking ass. And he gonna be surprised how that body work go affect him, bro. Because they be all, oh man, go ahead and try that body work shit. Yeah, when that shit is constantly coming, bro, constantly coming, you get hit with motherfucking 20, 30 body shots at round, like you'll be like, what the fuck? And he gonna see, man, that dude is a different animal, bro. He's gonna see that dude is a different fucking animal. And I'm really with Errol Spence on, like you said, I'm gonna break him. I'm gonna break him, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break him. I really believe that dude when he say that shit because for once, Bud got the frame for him to break. Bud ain't got big ass for a big ass Kell Brook nigga, and he broke Kell Brook big ass. Like he got a good little frame, but he got the frame that Errol Spence can pound on. It's gonna make his ass. It's gonna take an effect on him. You feel me, boy? You was a man. You ain't nothing but a human being. You not no motherfucking god or shit like that. Once them levers and all that shit start getting beat on your top shoulders, your arms, you gonna be like, okay, this motherfucker is strong as a motherfucker. And I think that's what's gonna wake his ass up. And he might at the end, like he them saying, Earl might get him. We might see Terence Bud Crawford, you know, fighting to survive the 12 fucking rounds to say that he ain't get knocked out.
I'm gonna say this too, man. I think that Floyd Mayweather's best attribute is fucking Terence Crawford's. Well, one of Floyd Mayweather's best attributes is one of Terence Crawford's fucking worst, biggest liabilities. Is like my man said, man. When he get hit, he wants to turn up, right? He's easy for. Hey, man, hold on.
You good? Yeah, you good. But hell yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's easy. It's easy for a fighter to get him out of his game. You know what I'm saying? He fight with his heart. He get mad and he just want to prove something. He want and it's and the thing with him, man. You gotta bro. You gotta turn your mic. You mute your mic.
I got him. Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, okay. And the thing with Bud, man, is he always trying to prove something. You know what I'm saying? He want to prove, oh man, I'm stronger than you. I can hit harder than you. You know, I'm faster than he's. That's his whole thing. He got like I don't know what it is, man. He got like a little man complex to him or something, where he always got to prove something, and that's gonna be his downfall, man. You know what I'm saying? If he has a game plan, it's easy to get him out of that game plan, and you're gonna see that come July the 29th.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Keon and Monty, let me ask y'all this, man. From these interviews you're doing, from him asking Sway, no, I forgot which one of them he asked. Far as like, why should Errol be ready to bang? They telling him no, it's Charlamagne. He was like, man, you don't want to go toe to toe with Errol, and he's like, what make you think Errol want to go toe to toe with me? It's so I'm reading so many false senses of confidence in him. I'm 100% sure he gonna get a culture shock when he get in the ring, because it's all of these things that he measured himself up with Errol. Like, oh, I could be stronger than him. Oh, I think I hit harder than him. But then when they talk to Errol, people think that he's showing too much respect, but he's being real, bro. He like, I know this dude a dog. I know once I heard him, he gonna come back firing like a bat out of hell. That's, for me, that's reassurance. Like, for me, knowing that my guy is coming in with the right game plan. He's coming in with the right mindset, not too cautious. Steve Kerr had I'm from the Bay Area, man. Steve Kerr had a speech one time, and it was about having appropriate fear. Now, what he was saying is you don't fear the person actually or the team actually, but you have the proper amount of respect to give credit for what they do good so you can take it away. You don't walk in the gym or in the ring telling yourself, oh, I'm stronger or I hit harder. That's something you gauge when you get in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I mean,
That's real.
you're not overlooking. But let me get Rollo Green in here. What's going on, Rollo?
What's up, Moni? Thanks for having me on.
It's all
Man,
love.
I'm amazed by the disrespect shown to Bud, man. What we got here is just two, top fighters fighting. I've never seen no fear in either one of them through all of the last 5 years. I thought it was the promotion companies getting in the way. I've never seen no fear, especially Bud. He exerts confidence. I've never seen no fear in dude. And when it comes to in the ring, though, I mean, if you watching Bud's fights, is it a fighter that had more prestige and more dangerous than Gamboa when Bud and Gamboa fought, that Earl fought?
Say it again. You said, was it a fighter that was more dangerous than Gamboa than Kell Brook?
You
Kell
think
Brook was
so?
way more dangerous than Gamboa.
And Mikey Garcia.
No,
Mikey,
no
you can
way.
say, you can say,
I think
you can say Sean Porter. You can say, I get what you're saying. Gamboa has speed and power, but you got to understand, Gamboa was coming up as well, right? And he won a world champion when he fought Terence Crawford. You
yeah,
feel me?
he wasn't the world champion because he dropped his belts though. He was undefeated and he was that guy at the time,
No,
right?
that's no. He was one of the. He wasn't. We're not gonna make it as if he was that guy. He was one of the guys. I give you that. Like Gamboa, he had a ring around his name. Don't get me wrong. That was Terence Crawford's biggest fight at the time when he fought him. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like his name was a little bigger than Ricky Burns, but like he said, that's because he was around 50. They thought he was gonna sound to Floyd Mayweather and shit like that, but Floyd Mayweather ended up going to jail. I'm a Gamboa fan. Gamboa was a gold medalist coming out and shit, and by him being a Cuban and he didn't have the Cuban style for us moving around with his legs, boxing you. How people say the Cuban style is, he was going out there trying to knock you the fuck out, and he had some knockouts under his belt to where he was looking good. But we seen his style of fight, like he was all offense, no defense, and once you catch his ass,
Right.
you hurt him. But I'm not discrediting Gamboa at the time. Terence Crawford fought him. I give him credit for it, but it wasn't like that was just the most dangerous and the biggest and the best fight at that time. But go ahead.
Yeah, as far as when Bud fought, from my memory, Gamboa was that dude, and it was one of them fights where you didn't know who was going to win. You wasn't certain Bud was going to win. You didn't know whose special skills was going to show it. I can't remember a fight like that. With Kell Brook, I knew. I bet money on Earl. I bet money on all the Earl fight and Bud fight. Never
Can I
once
ask you a
thought,
question real quick?
I
Can I
just
ask you a question real quick?
want
I just want to ask you a quick question. I don't mean to interrupt you because I just want to ask you who did Gamboa beat? That's all I want to ask you.
who did Gamboa beat? You know what? I can't even. Honestly, I can't recall it right now. And I just
That
remember
mean
that
nobody.
at the time and a lot of times what dudes do is
All right.
we go off of after the fact of after we seen him get beat. Then he's nothing. But Bud fought him when it was up in the air. Kell Brook and Sean Porter, them dudes was already beat up on. They already lost. We already knew they was destructive. We already knew that.
from Spence.
You said
Can
what?
can I bring something up?
Yeah.
When you talk about Gamboa, Postal, Ndango, Delorme, Jeff Horn, Amir Khan, um, let's just stop there. But there's more.
Let me
You
catch
know
you.
what they all have in common?
Let me catch a super chat. Then you can go. Kareem
All right.
Boxing News say EJ sleeps Bud in 11, smoking Bud pack. I appreciate that. And my man right here says Bud left top rank and called Earl to make the fight. A whole lot of capping on these comments. Laugh out loud. Bud ain't need no goddamn top rank to make nothing with Earl. But go ahead, Naughty.
What those fighters have in common is they all went on to get stopped after they upped their competition after Bud. I'm talking about stopped. Oh yeah, add Kaviaskis to the list. That's more than a handful of fighters that he fought that when they decided who had no significant wins, under their belt before Bud fought him, and then after when they jumped into the ocean with the fish, the big fishes and the whales, they went on to get stopped and couldn't even make it through fights, bro. So when we talk about lesser competition and giving Bud credit for beating all of these people, do I want to take all this credit away? No, but we can't put him on some type of high horse like he is world beater. Because these dudes are C plus level fighters at best. Everybody I named.
I'm saying we could say the same thing for Errol. Everybody Errol fought.
No, we can't. They didn't go on to get stopped. Who went on to get stopped?
I mean, Bud knocked
Stopped
out
Porter and Brook.
right, which Errol didn't stop, but Bud stopped him. You know, I'm a both fan. I don't know who gonna win. I can see where Bud beats Errol. I can see his special gifts taking over and beating Errol, but I also could see Errol's special gifts getting the best. I think we got a trilogy on our hand. I ain't saying Bud's this mega indefensible force, but he is a hell of a fighter. Earl's a hell of a fighter. I think we so used to not seeing two hell of a fighters fight that we just gotta say one is he's gonna kill Bud. Honestly, how can y'all watch boxing and say that this guy's gonna just kill Bud?
Easy, because again, like I said earlier, this is y'all look at a critique of Bud as disrespect. No, I'm critiquing exactly what I see in the ring. Where is this adjustments? He does none of this stuff. He stands in front of fighters and outlasts them. That's what he does. And if y'all are saying that's enough to beat Errol, which that is what is Errol's real house is to stand there and trade with you and make you put your hands in your pockets, because while you're throwing, he's throwing, and while you're blocking, he's throwing. I don't see how y'all can see this man beats Errol Spence. What y'all need to be saying is that Bud got power in y'all opinion, and that he might be able to catch Errol Spence with a shot. That's what y'all should be saying. But to say all these other skills and this stuff, oh, the footwork, oh, the adjustments and the magic, that's not there. That's a lie. That's not there. He's able to outlast these dudes, and he's more athletic than him. Y'all go watch every fight he had at 147. Name a fight he wasn't standing right there in front of a fighter. Name one.
So that's what I'm saying. You're saying that Bud's special ability is like Sean Porter when they told him he was down. You saying they no adjustments? He didn't adjust in that Sean Porter fight and get him out of there?
No, what was the adjustment? What was the adjustment? Because I can tell you what he do every fight. What he did, what happened is that Sean Porter got tired and frustrated, right? And Bud does what he does to every fighter. He has a signature combination. It's an uppercut hook. And that's what he caught him with. What he caught him on the first knockdown was an uppercut to the chest, right? When he caught Kavaluskis, not Kavaluskis, what's the boy he named? We don't even remember his name. He's so damn, and he just fought the boy Abanesian. Uppercut right hand. Right. You go check the the Benavidez fight. What he catch him with?
A hook uppercut. Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm talking boxing. Y'all, when y'all feel you, and hey, y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about Bud. I'm telling y'all what goes on in the ring. If y'all think a guy that's smaller, right? Y'all think a guy that's smaller, y'all think he gonna sit up there and stand in front of Errol Spence all night and trade? Y'all is insane. Y'all is insane, and this is not directed to you. This is directed to anybody else with this Bud stuff. No, Bud has done well against the competition he's been against.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Yeah. But the way y'all say he fight, y'all trying to talk like he Floyd Mayweather, like he slide his head off the line and throw a jab and, do a combination and dip out and slide to the right without getting hit. That's not happening. He's never done that. He's never done it. And if y'all think he's going to do, you fight the way you train, you fight the way you fight. Y'all, like I said, I'm not going to believe that this guy, the same way when it was Deontay Wilder, he went to Malik Scott. We thinking that, because he's training with Malik Scott, he gonna fight different. No, when he get hit, he gonna end up fighting the way he always fight. Correct. That's what's gonna happen, bro. That's what's gonna happen.
I mean,
hold on. Let me finish. And you can have it. Let me finish. You can have it. And let me tell y'all what y'all do to Bud. Y'all said, and y'all really need to listen to me when I say this. I got you, money.
Did you hear what I said?
Right? Y'all need to listen, right? You guys need to stop setting this expectation that he knocks out everybody he fights, right? Because no matter what y'all say, if this fight makes it 12 rounds, he has to be an exceptional boxer throughout every round to beat EJ. Nobody's gonna beat EJ running from him. Nobody, right? So his expectation is greater. We've seen EJ go 12 and get a decision. We've seen Errol work his way to 12 and get a decision. Y'all saying exactly what y'all need. Bud better knock him out. And when that doesn't happen, when he hits a superior fighter the same way, Deontay Wilder, even though we can say he's a cokehead or whatever, right? And that third fight between Fury and Wilder, right? A certain level of fighter, they could take a shot better. Y'all was saying that EJ got the same chin that Avenesian got. Y'all saying EJ got the same chin that Cavalusis got. That's what y'all saying, right? Once you move up levels, bruh, people take shots different. This fight is not gonna look how y'all think it. And this is talking boxing. This ain't no personal nothing to nothing. This is boxing. This fight not gonna look how y'all think it's gonna look. So-called professionals and legends, they ain't watching. I'm telling y'all. That's all I got.
And then Bud, if y'all heard it, if y'all paying attention to these interviews, man, the man like Josh snitch on himself so much, bro. You go from saying your strength is underrated to saying Velasquez was strong. Man, if Velasquez was strong, bro, you might as well don't even compare your strength to Errol Spence. And I can guarantee that, bro.
Right.
The shit.
Velasquez was strong, then we see Virgil Ortiz going on quick. But they'll cry about that. They'll say, well, Errol got Sean Porter up out of there quicker than Errol. I mean, Bud got Sean Porter up out of there. Errol didn't do it. Then he got Kell Brook up out of there quicker than Errol. And then we say, oh, well, what they got to say about a young kid and Virgil Ortiz going to stop Mean Machine quicker than Terence Bud Crawford?
Right.
Well, that wasn't the same Mean Machine. Bud already beat him. He was broken.
And then Terence Crawford fans, hey man, if you're a Crawford fan, just say it. I'm an Errol fan. So you can start with I'm a fan of both.
Look,
that's what trips me out.
Yeah, I'm okay with people being a fan of who they got, and if you see the fight going a different way, that's your opinion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if people come up here and they see the fight going, how they see the fight going, and they deep in this boxing shit and do this shit as well, you got to respect their opinion as well. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people looking at Terence Crawford and seeing this style of fight, and like we're saying, Errol Spence's defense is better, right? His jab is better. For him to be this mythical fighter that don't get touched and he uses his legs to get in and out as if, he and that motherfucker, like he said, like he fit to be Floyd Mayweather. I think Rick said, like he fit to go in that motherfucker and he know how to pull count and catch the motherfucking punches off his shoulders and do the Mayweather shoulder roll like only Mayweather can do it, right? You don't see none of that in Terence Bud Crawford, bro. He going that bitch and his conditioning do be up the par because he do stay his ass in the gym. You got to give him that, right? And if he can catch you and hurt you, he know how to finish you. You know what I'm saying? He got the heart to go out there and try to knock your ass smooth the fuck out. But where else been there, bro? Being that caliber fighter that's built for punishment and built for duration, you got to have to do more than that, bro. You're going to have to do more than that.
Well, what I was saying is that, it's the way that they come, like the Crawford fans. And when they come and say, man, knowing that, what I'm saying, money, everything, box, everybody, everybody that's realistic with the sport of with what's going on with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Knowing that y'all spitting straight facts, they would say, man, y'all capping. I'm a fan of both people, but y'all capping for Errol, knowing that, what I'm saying? It's like, I don't understand these guys. It's like, what's going on inside of your brain? The same thing with, I don't understand Crawford. I don't understand Bernie the Boxer. I don't understand a fan base. I mean, I done heard dudes wish death upon Errol Spence. I never was deaf to Pond. I don't like Crawford at all, but I never was deaf to Pond him.
Right.
What I come to realize is Crawford attracts people that have the mindset that he has.
Yes.
They are all like have a slight delusion, and that's when I knew of that how confident they was in the fight because I keep hearing key things, right? So I'm confident in Errol Spence because I feel like he's the better fighter. I feel like he's the more durable fighter. I feel like when I break it down, he's just better than Terence Crawford, and I'm not banking on nothing like oh Terence got shot in the head, oh this that and the other. But when you hear Crawford fans, oh he better not drop his mouthpiece. Oh he was fat on December 10th. He wasn't even ready to fight. He better not do this. It's all these mistakes that they banking on in order for that guy to win. Instead of just being like, man, when you line them niggas up head up, Crawford gonna come out on top. I'm telling you, if you pay attention to how they talk, man, they banking on so much shit where it's gonna take for Errol to have some type of mental lapse for that man to win.
Let me tell you, no, I trip off that as well. I'm like, God damn, if the only thing y'all bring up is well, Ugas hit him with a nice shot, and this okay, we know what happened to lead up to Ugas having the opportunity to hit him with that shot. We all know what happened. If it weren't for that little mouthpiece falling out, then he'd have never had that situation. But what happened after he hit him with the shot and what transpired? But another thing about Crawford is, I say this too, it's just like, okay, if Crawford was really going up against somebody else, let's just say Sean Porter, right? And then the people was telling Crawford, like, hey, man, I feel like Sean Porter might get the, okay, I understand that. It's respect. You know what I'm saying? I can respect you telling me in my face and shit like that. But if you say, oh, man, Crawford, I got Errol Spence beat you, or y'all are just fanboys.
Mm-hmm.
Why you got Errol beat me? So what did he do to do this? All he fought was this. Like Bomac, they do the same shit. Where it comes to other fighters, they cool, calm, and collected. But when it comes to Errol Spence, boy, they ready to chop your goddamn head off. Say that
Yeah.
Errol Spence draws. You a hater. You ain't getting no interview. Oh, the energy just changed, bro. It just changed, and that's why I say for Bomac not to keep the same energy at the press conference. You know, we seen that
Right.
wasn't
Thank
just
you.
all talk. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just all talk. And now that this shit is real, right? Now that you got Errol Spence right there in your face, you know, is y'all are doing great, but we gonna do this. We go like, okay, bro, you ain't keep that same energy, bro.
Mm-mm.
What I told you, Bomac.
Terence Crawford either. Terence Crawford either. Man, listen.
No,
Max Kellerman did an interview with him before a fight. I forget which fight it is, but he's like, oh, well, I got Terence Crawford, Bud Crawford sitting here, and this guy, he's just a mean guy. He almost beat me up during commercial break because he's just this mean son of a gun who is just a fighter at heart. But I'm looking at you, you face to face with Errol, and you got the Kool-Aid smile. I ain't never seen you this giggly, man. I ain't never seen that man this giggly face to face with another fighter, bro.
look how, hey, not to cut you off, but look how he was when it came to his best friend, Sean Porter. He was looking like, nigga, I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you when we get in this ring. He wasn't doing all that smiling and cheesing with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and you look at they stand up, he wasn't doing that. And the reason why Bomac is so nervous, because Bomac know he gonna have to deal with those wherever Crawford come from. He gonna have to deal with Crawford people because it's gonna be a time where we going to be saying, man, Bomac should have threw the towel in. And it's gonna come a time where if Bomac don't throw that towel in, man, Bernie the Boxer, Letitia, all of them, they gonna kick Bomac ass. And if he throw that towel in, they gonna kick his ass. So
thing about it,
if you look at his energy, because D-Town Boxer just did something with him. If you look at the energy of Bomac, I never seen Bomac stutter that much during the interview. I think it's on Fight Hub. He stuttered through the whole interview. And he keep looking over his shoulder. He keep looking in every direction like somebody's coming for him. So,
that's because them boys talk so. See, this is the thing, bro. Talk is cheap, man. And when it comes to sports, the people who are going against each other are actually gonna line it up. So, like doing a bunch of acting like some people is invisible, you ain't doing nothing but putting more pressure on your fighter. Now, the reason why Bomac and them don't got the same energy is because they talk so bad about that man for no reason. First, he was paycheck to paycheck. Then you got Bernie talking about him and Al, gay and fucking. Like, y'all doing all of this for what, bro? That this man got to talk. This man Bernie talking about Errol Daddy. You doing all that, and now you face to face with another man, and you don't know how to act because you don't know how they finna act because of everything you saying. But that just go to show, just like Ricky was saying, man, when you a real man, bro, you gonna have the same energy on the internet, off the internet, on the phone, in person, all that.
And then Bernie had the right to say Earl was being disrespectful towards Bomac because he put Bomac at the end of his post holding a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Nigga, after all the shit you done said about that man, you shouldn't be the last nigga to say anybody was being disrespectful about anything, bro.
Man, did you see how
He said Errol didn't have no class and shit. Like, what did you, bro? What?
He come out with no shirt.
Yeah, but what does that got to do with the fight, though? That's what y'all said. All I heard y'all saying is what Bud ain't and what Earl is. Both of them's great to me. I don't know who's gonna win, but it seems like y'all just everything is negative about. But y'all ain't got nothing good to say about Bud.
It ain't that everything is negative about. It's what we've seen leading up to everything going to this fight. So, like I say, you're going to feel some type of way that you feel about it. But us watching everything that goes on with this shit and watching this fight being built up, right? Now you say you've been watching boxing, and if you've been watching this fight getting built up all the way up to now, then you will see that in the beginning, right, with Bo McNair was being so fucking negative, talking all this shit about Earl. Earl still giving them, showing love. Even Derrick James started off showing them love and respecting them, giving them they just doing shit like that. But some reason, in some way, they just always seem to just have nasty shit to say about Errol Spence. Like, always had nasty shit to say. So you sitting up here saying, oh, why is everything just so negative? No, we just telling the facts of what we've been saying through this shit being built up.
In typical Bud fan fashion.
Hold on.
Hey, I
Wait. You can be naive and say, well, hey, man, y'all ain't said nothing good about Bud. We gave our just dudes about Bud. But I told y'all, bro, once we get up here and people start picking who they got to win this fight, and people start putting their feelings and their thoughts on how the fight going to play out and what they see happening, hey, you can't make that people change their mind on what they're talking about. If you want to get up here and talk some good shit about Terence Crawford, if you want to hear some good shit about Terence Crawford outside of what we give you, right, then get up here and say what you say about the situation. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's people in the chat that's typing shit. Get y'all ass up here and speak how y'all want to speak on Bud Crawford. It's freedom, it's freedom of speech.
Yeah, I feel like just the Bud. Hey, I think I feel like it's coming more of what he does outside the ring than inside the. You can be an asshole and a piece of like T.O., but when he get in that ring, that boy performing. You see what I'm saying?
Against who?
And everybody he faced, who else could you judge him against? But the 38
people against people that's past it and people that's not ready.
Are they Hall of Famers?
Which listen, I can understand, but nobody Earl's fault was going to beat Errol. Come on, man. Nobody.
But this what you got to understand. See, now let me break something down to you. When you fight a person, when you fight a fighter who has a belt, opposing when you fight him without a belt, it's easier to lay down when you're not fighting for your boxing career as far as having a belt. Now, when you watch, let me just break something down to you. Porter Daddy threw the towel in against Bud. I mean, but Porter admitted that he was hurt worse when Errol knocked him down. So why didn't his daddy throw in the towel against Errol? Because he had a belt he was fighting for and trying not to lose. When Kell Brook fought Errol, man, that boy eye was through in the 7th round, dog. You know what I'm saying? But what round did he fight to? Yeah, because he had a belt that he was fighting for. Both of them, the same round that they was hurt or dropped or got a standing A count, the fight ended, bro. So how can we look at them like they was the same exact fighter that Errol fought and give him the same credit for stopping them earlier than Spence? And when you break it down, other than them two, I'm not giving you credit for hitting Amir Khan in the nuts. I'm not giving you credit for stopping Polynesian assaults. I'm not giving you credit for stopping Kaviaskis when Ortiz stopped him earlier, and Kaviaskis said he hit harder than you, and he said that he had beat you.
Well,
So
I say this all the time, bro. It's channels out there that I know y'all see. If y'all can see our channel, y'all see us talking about Earl and Bud and giving they, you know what I'm saying, they thoughts. Do y'all say this on the other channels where they on that motherfucker and they just bashing Earl Spence left to right? I'm talking about up and down, and they going probably got one on right now doing the shit. As long as y'all keep the same energy on that channel, I'm okay with y'all coming up for a stand what y'all saying right now. But at the end of the day, what we saying is what we seen building up to the fight. We haven't made up shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we said, Bo Mac said, the man said. Everything we said Terence Crawford was doing and saying, the man did and he was saying. This ain't no shit that we just making up and just, oh man, we saying this shit to hate on Terence Boyd Crawford. This is actual facts that you can pull this shit up and see these men say what we actually saying they said, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And what people trying to put Errol Spence in a situation and say, oh, well, he said this. You can't pull up no shit of Errol Spence hating on Terence Boyd Crawford now for years to go out. You can't find it. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask my man, okay, now where's the hate for Crawford?
The hate of Crawford, I mean, you scrutinize everything he do. I don't care what they do outside the ring. Earl, I'm only paying attention to the skill set. I don't care what he say, what he did outside the ring, because that ain't never gonna win you a fight.
Okay,
what your coach say outside or inside, that's never
Do you
gonna.
know
It
what
seems
you
like y'all
sound? Do you
basing
know
y'all
what you sound like,
more.
man?
hold on, Shaka Zulu, let him talk, man.
What's that?
But I'm gonna say
Go ahead.
It seems like y'all basing y'all opinion more on the antics outside of the ring instead of inside of the ring. I don't get into all that. Earl's a hell of a fighter. I ain't got nothing bad
that's
to
your
say about
choice.
neither one of them.
but we
Earl
talked
was
but we
my
talked
favorite
about
fighter
but we
before
talked
Devin
about
Haney.
we talked about the things that happened inside the ring though. We gave you thoughts on what happened with the Kavalauskas fight and the Benavidez fight and the Mean Machine fight. Like people we was on this motherfucker telling you the things that he did against them ain't the same things that Earl Spence did to Kell and Porter, you know, once they got into the ring. So we talked about the styles that he fought and things that he did does not go well. What we feel, as in our opinion, is not going to affect Earl Spence July 29th once they get into that ring with each other. So we wasn't just talking about outside the ring, we talked about inside the ring as well, my G. But
Well,
I'm
the
gonna
thing about it,
hold on,
okay, go ahead.
get ready to wrap it up. So I'm gonna let everybody get
Okay.
their last spiel, and then I'm gonna go and get up out of it because I'm been going for 2 hours already. So you already was talking, my dude Nordy. You go ahead and get your last words, Nordy. And you can you can wrap it up with your last words.
The new popular thing to do is to disguise yourself as somebody who liked both, or say you was an Arrow fan before you was a Bud
Man,
fan,
I ain't got to
and
disguise.
then try to. I'm
Hey,
not. I
give
said
your
the
last
popular
words,
thing to
bro.
do, cousin.
You crazy, man. You crazy, man. I
No,
like both of them.
I'm saying
If
what
you
I'm
got a problem
saying.
with that or not, I like both of them.
Hey, you jumping in?
All right,
You
all
putting
right,
a shoe on that might not even be your size, man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking what I'm speaking. Uh, the new thing to do is to disguise yourself and then try to defend people like you, they defense attorney, right? So y'all don't be fooled by that. And it ain't no disrespect to you, my G. But at the same time, when I break this fight down, like I said when I came on, Bud is used to fighting limited fighters that he could take their best attribute away, and then they have nothing else for him, and then he gets to turn up. I think due to his talk, the things that he said in these interviews, he's not giving Errol the proper respect for the fighter that he really is. Yes, he's giving him compliments, but to say that all of these things he do better than Errol and all of that, that's delusion. And I think delusion is gonna play a big part in why I got Errol in 10.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, Rollo, bro, you can get your last words, bro.
Yeah, I think to say that Bud don't do nothing better than Earl that's delusional. And vice versa. To say that Earl don't got special gifts that Bud don't got is delusional on both sides. Earl fans and Spence, both of these fighters got special things. That's why they undefeated champions now. far as him fighting lesser competition, I feel the same way about Errol. Neither one of them has faced anybody on their level. This is the first time both of them will be facing a fighter that can actually beat them. And, you know, it's going to be a great fight. Like I said, I can see both of them winning, and I can see how both of them is going to win. You know, I can see Errol just working behind that jab and staying long and getting stronger in the late rounds and maybe stopping Bud. But I also can see it coming to the middle of the ring, Bud slipping something and hitting him with one of them special counters that he do and getting Errol in trouble. So, you know, I can see it both ways, man, because I just look at the skill set and I ain't taking nothing away from neither one of them. It's going to be a great fight. That's
No
it.
doubt. No doubt. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's your way of looking at it. But other people got their way of looking at it as well. So shit, it is what it is. The truth of the matter is July 29th to tell it all. But AD, let me get your last words, AD.
Okay, I just want to ask him.
Ain't no asking, my G. Your last word.
Okay. What I want to say, all of the greats had their story, you know, before they enter into the arena. From Muhammad Ali, all of the greats had their stories, and this is Bud's story. Some that's going to go down in history when people look back. It's going to be a bunch of fake, false narratives. When they look back at this fight, when they look back at the build-up, that's something you can't knock. That's something you can't take away. You can't say, well, you a fan of this person or you a fan of that person, because a person speaks the truth and a person speaks facts. And you said that they both special fighters. The only difference is this: if they special fighters, Errol Spence is more like Incredible Hulk. Terence Crawford is more like Wolverine. And it's going to be a one-sided ass kicking. And a lot of you Crawford fans, y'all gonna come right back on the same channel, bigging up Errol Spence, because you're really not Crawford fans. I think y'all just here to start confusion and to start, because if you listen to montray-brown, you listen to all of these that y'all will call pro Spence channels. If you listen to all these channels, they don't do nothing but speak facts and the truth. And Errol is the truth. That's it.
No doubt. No doubt. I appreciate you. My brother Key, still in the building. Key, let me get your last words, champ.
Yeah, man. Hell of a show, man. I can't wait to the fight. You already know, man, what it is. I appreciate y'all.
No doubt, brothers. All love, champ.
Yeah.
And man, I appreciate everybody for coming on, rocking out with your boy, man. For the 2 hours, bro. Thank y'all boys for jumping on, Rollo, AD. Can't see me, Mac. We out the door, my boy. I gotta get up out of here, champ. Next time I'll put you on this thing, though. But appreciate y'all boys, man. Much love to the ones that show me love. Shouts out to the ones that show love in the super chat. Respect y'all, man. Cool little take on the situation that's going down their hand. You feel me? July 29th will tell it all. But if people got their ways of looking at this fight and they feel like somebody gonna win over the next, that's their way of looking at it. You can't change nobody's minds, or you can't make nobody think the way you want them to think because you feel something gonna happen the way you think. You know what I'm saying? So the main thing we can do is respect each other's opinion, because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's our opinion, and then we'll see who shit is right on July 29th. You feel me? At the end of the day. And we will be back to say, or if I was right, or if you was right, or you know what I'm saying, he did this and he did that. Otherwise, if it's the way that other people call it, then make sure you bring your ass back to you know what I'm saying, to pay homage and people they respect as well. But much love to y'all, man. Y'all be safe out there. I will be back tomorrow, champ. Y'all be smooth.